The following is my recitation of the poem The Cremation of Sam McGee by Robert W. Service from a collection of his and the Ballads of the Yukon. For technical information, Lake LaBarge does exist. You can find it on the map. It is just north of Whitehorse on the southern border of the Yukon, so it didn't take place in the land of the midnight sun or on Arctic trails, but 1,000 miles south thereof. There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that would make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen queer sights. The queerest I ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake LaBarge, I cremated Sam McGee. Now Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the cotton blooms and blows. Why he left his home in the south to roam around the pole, God only knows. He was always cold, but that land of gold seemed to hold him in a spell, though I'd often say in his homely way that he'd sooner live in hell. On a Christmas day, we were mushing our way o'er the Dawson Trail. Talk of your cold through the parka's fold, it stabbed like a driven nail. Our eyes we closed and lashes froze, till sometime we couldn't see. It wasn't much fun, but the only one to whimper was Sam McGee. That very night, as we lay packed tight in our ropes beneath the snow, the dogs were fed and the stars overhead were dancing to and fro. He turned to me and, "Cap," says he, "I'll cash in this trip, I guess, and if I do, I'm asking you'll not refuse my last request." Well, he seemed so low, I couldn't say no, and he said with a sort of a moan, "It's this cursed cold, and it's got right hold till I'm chilled through to the bone. Yet 'tain't being dead, it's an awful dread of an icy grave with pains. So I'm asking you to swear that foul or fair, you'll cremate my last remains." Now a pal's last need is a thing to heed, and I swore I would not fail. We started on at the crack of dawn, but God, he looked ghastly pale. He crouched in his sleigh and he raved all day of his home in Tennessee, and by nightfall a corpse was all that remained of Sam McGee. There wasn't a breath in that land of death as I hurried horror-driven, the corpse half hid that I couldn't get rid because of a promise given. It was lashed to the sleigh and it seemed to say, "You may tax your brawn and your brains, but you promised true, and it's up to you to cremate my last remains." Now a promise made is a debt unpaid, and the trail has its own stern code. In the days to come, though my lips were dumb in my heart, how I cursed that load. The long, long night by the lone firelight, while the huskies, round in a ring, howled out their woes to the homeless snows. Oh God, how I loathe that thing. And every day that quiet clay seemed to heavier and heavier grow. And on I went till the dogs were spit and the grub was getting low. The trail was bad and I felt half mad, but I swore I would not give in. I'd often sing to that hateful thing, and it hearkened with a grin. Till I came to the marge of Lake LaBarge, and the derelict there lay. It was fast in the ice, but I saw in the trace it was called the Alice May. I looked at it, and I thought of it, and I looked at my frozen chum. Then "Here," said I, with a sudden cry, "is my crematorium." Some planks I tore from the cabin floor and lit the boiler fire. Some coal I found lying around and heaped the fuel higher. The furnace roared, the flames just soared, such a blaze you seldom see. Then I burrowed a hole in the glowing coal, and I stuffed in Sam McGee. Then I made a hike, for I didn't like to hear him sizzle so. And the heavens scowled, and the huskies howled, and the wind began to blow. It was icy cold, but the hot sweat rolled down my cheeks, and I don't know why. And the greasy smoke in an inky cloak went streaking down the sky. I don't know how long in the snow I wrestled with grisly fear. The stars came out and danced about ere again I ventured near. I was sick with dread, but I bravely said, "I'll just take a peek inside. I guess he's cooked." This time I looked, and the door I opened wide. And there sat Sam, looking cool and calm, in the heart of the furnace roar. And he wore a smile you could see a mile. So he said, "Please close that door. It's nice in here, but I greatly fear you'll let in the cold and the storm. Since I left Plumtree down in Tennessee, it's the first time I've been warm." There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that would make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest I ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake LaBarge. I cremated Sam McGee.